are the president of Puerto Rico, and you are also the president of the Virgin Islands. So the question is, who the fuck was you talking to?
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to react on Donald Trump. Yes, we're going to speak. We're going to Davos in Switzerland. All the European and all them world leader, they speaking. So I'm just following up. I'm going to react on Donald Trump. We're going to hear majority of this leader, what they are speaking on. This is only for education purpose. Everything that I do speak about is for education purpose because I believe we can empower our children. Because the more education we give our children, the great they become. The more you don't pay attention to your children, they will be vulnerable in this world. Having self-respect is something that we all need. We all need to have in us. So giving something to our children is very important. Is necessary because the future is for our children, but it's about now. It's about now, the present. What we do right now, the future will depend on that. The present is what matters because nobody knows what the future holds. Nobody knew Donald Trump is going to be in the office the second time, especially the first time when he trying to steal the election, when he sent all the mob, gangster, terrorist people in Washington, D.C. They really broke the Capitol. They beat up the police. They trying to hang Mike Pence. And the worst part, what Donald Trump did, he forgave all them lunatic people. He forgave them. He forgave them. Make that be a lesson to our young people that want to be a leader. You are a black person, you always have to try to learn, trying to understand history. World leader who fails misery, who became dictator, who could not leave the power. Is about entitlement. That's what they strive for. So we cannot let our children to be like this. It's about self-respect.
Right.
Our own opinion, judgment, desire, and self-identity are the things that are within our control. It is interesting to take note that the things that we can control are all in the realms of our mind. So young people, understand to have self-control and self-understanding. Understanding there is time to let go and time to move on. When you become a leader, when you trying to be a leader, trying to understand the world that you're living, just remember the world is bigger. Not everybody they're gonna revolve around you. But I don't want to say too much. Let's just play this so we can follow up on Donald Trump, what he's gonna say. I'm only gonna focus in certain things that he's gonna say, and especially I wanna know what he said about Greenland. So let's go and see what Mr. Donald Trump has said. Let's go.
Just over 1 year ago, under the radical left Democrats, we were a dead country. Now we are the hottest country anywhere in the world.
As we heard, just that particular part, Donald Trump, there was a dead country under Democratic. Under Joe Biden, there was a dead country. But if you look right now, we can all see how United States of America it became, how USA is being run by Donald Trump right now. From Donald Trump became a president last year and right now in January 2026. What is the USA is like? Donald Trump is talking about it was bad under Joe Biden. So what about now? This is the problem a lot of leaders they always forget. They forget to see the chaos they're making rather than they will see the chaos of other. Donald Trump is so focused in other countries, he forgetting America is in a lot of chaos. There's a lot of chaos in America. There's people they're gonna disagree. There's a lot of people they're gonna agree with Donald Trump, especially those that vote for Donald Trump. They will agree with everything Donald Trump is saying, but they're forgetting the country is in chaos. World is changing. The world is changing. The United States always have power over other people. They still have power, but the scariest part is when you have power, but people they're not scared of you anymore. That is so scary. When you are the biggest bully, the moment people they know that you are bully, you are the strongest one. But the weakest people, they are not scared of you anymore. You need to be scared. You need to start being scared, because do you know what? That is a frightening moment to a bully. That it means your power, the stronger you are, it means nothing to anyone anymore.
I have tremendous respect for both the people of Greenland and the people of Denmark. Tremendous respect. But every NATO ally has an obligation to be able to defend their own territory. And the fact is, no nation or group of nations is in any position to be able to secure Greenland other than the United States. We're a great power, much greater than people even understand. I think they found that out 2 weeks ago in Venezuela. We saw this in World War II, when Denmark fell to Germany after just 6 hours of fighting and was totally unable to defend either itself or Greenland. So the United States was then compelled, we did it, we felt an obligation to do it, to send our own forces to hold the Greenland territory, and hold it we did at great cost and expense. They didn't have a chance of getting on it, and they tried. Denmark knows that. We literally set up bases on Greenland for Denmark. We fought for Denmark. We weren't fighting for anyone else. We were fighting to save it for Denmark. Big, beautiful piece of ice. It's hard to call it land. It's a big piece of ice. But we saved Greenland and successfully prevented our enemies from gaining a foothold in our hemisphere. So we did it for ourselves also. And then after the war, which we won it big. Without us, right now you'd all be speaking German and a little Japanese, perhaps. After the war, we gave Greenland back.
I think some of the Switzerland people, some of them, they speak German. They do. In Switzerland, if I don't mistake, they do speak German.
Back to Denmark. How stupid were we to do that? But we did it. But we gave it back. But how ungrateful are they now?
Wow.
So now our country and the world.
Damn, how ungrateful they are now. Why don't you give the land that you people stole from the Indian American? Give the land back. How stupid is you, the European, that you stole the land of the indigenous people? You stole that, and you unalive majority of them. Can you see how ungrateful European people they are? Can you see Donald Trump? You need to try to understand history, how you became an American. Try to understand the land that you are now the president. You are Scottish and German. Your father is German. Your mother is Scottish. They're all European. Your ancestor, they went over there, they stole the land. So you're calling Denmark people are ungrateful. Imagine what the indigenous people, they think of you, Donald Trump. Imagine. Can you see this language, the way they speak? Emmanuel Macron, he called the African as we are ungrateful, because he's saying the things that the French people they have done to us, like are they developing our country? And he's calling us ingratitude. We are ingratitude. Emmanuel Macron is calling us African. We are ingratitude. Can you see the mind that they have? Sick mind of people. They rape the entire continent of the African. They annihilate the entire continent of the African. They slave the entire continent of the African. And until this day, the European, they're still taking the goods from the African. But Macron, he went in his way to call the African, we are ungratitude. We are ungrateful. Imagine. Now Donald Trump is saying this to the Denmark people because they saved them. Wait a minute. Denmark people, they was fighting as well. They know that. What do you think they gave all to the war of Iraq, Afghanistan? The Denmark people, they support the American in that war. They died a lot. So Donald Trump, when he's speaking like this, he doesn't know what he's talking about. Can you see how ungrateful? That's why I'm gonna say this. Majority of young people, you wanna be a leader, understand history, understand the people that they were there for you. Donald Trump is thinking about World War II. They saved Greenland from the German, from the Nazi people, from Hitler. But he forgetting as well, Denmark people, they fought in that war. Even France was taken over. Germany, they took over France. Yeah, they did. They took Hitler, march in France. France, they don't speak German.
Systems were made by Russia and by China. So they're going to go back to the drawing boards, I guess. Greenland is a vast, almost entirely uninhabited and undeveloped territory. It's sitting undefended in a key strategic location between the United States, Russia, and China. That's exactly where it is, right smack in the middle. Wasn't important nearly when we gave it back. You know, when we gave it back, it wasn't the same as it is now. It's not important for any other reason, you know, everyone talks about the...
You didn't give it back, Donald Trump. The America, they didn't give it back. You defend Greenland, but it wasn't yours. It wasn't of the United States of America. So to say you gave it back like it belonged to the USA, no, it wasn't. You defend that because you have a relation. Greenland, they are part of Denmark. The USA, when they're defending Denmark, they're defending Greenland as well. So for Donald Trump to say, we gave it back, come on, man. You didn't give nothing back because it wasn't yours at the first place anyway. Let's carry on.
There's so many places. There's no rare earth. No such thing as rare earth. There's rare processing, but there's so much rare earth. And to get to this rare earth, you got to go through hundreds of feet of ice. That's not the reason we need it. We need it for strategic national security and international security. This enormous unsecured island is actually part of North America, on the northern frontier of the Western Hemisphere. That's our territory. It is therefore a core national security interest of the United States of America. And in fact, it's been our policy for hundreds of years to prevent outside threats from entering our hemisphere, and we've done it very successfully. We've never been stronger than we are now. That's why American presidents have sought to purchase Greenland for nearly 2 centuries. You know, for 2 centuries, they've been trying to do it. They should have kept it after World War II, but they had a different president. That's all right. People think differently.
What Donald Trump won, I think he backed down because he don't want war. He really don't want that because I think in some point he's trying to understand that the European, they are allied to the USA. But who knows? People can say anything. Anything can happen. Anything can change because, you know, we're right here, right this moment in the present. So Donald Trump, he can say anything you want to say. Sometimes don't fight with your friend. It brings bad things. Denmark, they land there 500 years ago. So it became territory to the Denmark. But all this thing is messy. If Donald Trump did not start all of this mess, none of this would have happened. People, they would not be talking about this. When Donald Trump said, we will take Greenland, the easiest way or the hardest way, that just made everything complicated. It's like in 21st century, you want to go take other people their land by force? This is what Hitler started and Mussolini, they started. Hitler really started invading a lot of European countries. And Donald Trump, he wanna do exactly the same thing from a lot of countries. That's what Donald Trump is planning to do. That's why when you have a lot of money, it makes us stupid. You know what? I really didn't want to speak a lot about all of this. I just wanted to listen to what Donald Trump said. I just wanted to know what he really said about Greenland. Maybe there's more he said. I didn't really finish the video. It's too long, If you want to listen to what Donald Trump said about the rest of the things, you can go. There's plenty of speech over there for Donald Trump speaking in the World Economic in Switzerland, in Davos. So you see over there. This is only for education purpose, so we can show our children being a leader is not a joke, because the whole world are watching. You need to have self-respect. You need to have self-understanding, especially yourself. Know history, know the people, know the world. Speak with respect. It will take you far. Being a dictator, it don't mean anything. I'll say this again. When you are bullied, even the people, they know you are the stronger person. The moment the weakest people, they stop being scared of you, you don't have power over them anymore. Even if they know you can beat them, but they still not scared and they start talking back to you. Whew, your power. You don't have power anymore. That power is going, is fading. No matter what you try, you're not going to get that power back, because people, they lost the respect of you. Yes, when you are bullied, when the weakest people, they start seeing you less interested, or even if you bark, they'll be like, yeah, just get out of here. That ain't mean you have no power over them. Even if they know you can beat them, they know. But they're not scared of you. Finito. They're not scared. So this was just for another education. So I would appreciate if y'all can like, subscribe. I'll catch y'all to the next one. Peace.